Wow. It reached my turn. Everybody come wise. Hello, welcome to my channel, Koje's Consult Media. How are you doing today? I am NS Adebayo Okoje. If you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell to get regular updates from us. And if you enjoy watching this video, please click on the thumbs up to give us more relevance on YouTube. Thank you. Wow. It reached my turn. Everybody come wise. Well, this funny image on the internet is just a reflection of the social political consciousness of people in Nigeria recently, and these politicians are beginning to see now that we can't just be taking for a ride any longer. Of course, Tinubu did not say that, but it's just a reflection of how probably he will feel that during Tinubu's time, during Buhari's time, we might have been very gullible. Now people are not gullible. So even though INEC has declared him the winner, he will know that he has so much, to prove to people this time. Otherwise, if he doesn't perform very well, even the rebellion, and the rejection will start from the South. And I trust the Southerners, just as he rejected Jonathan, they will likely reject, Tinubu as well if he doesn't do well. So it means that he has so much to do. Yeah, this takes us to the next item on our discussion list today. I was just trying to go over Peter Obi's 7-point agenda, and I was really marveled at some of the things he said he would do. Number one, he talked about securing and uniting Nigeria. He talked about legal and institutional reform. We really need that legal and institutional reform because there are a lot of things like the police force, the judiciary system is also messed up. A lot of institutions are really messed up, So, and I want to believe that if they had given him the chance, he would have done it. So anyway, the case is still in court, or the case will soon go to court, and we'll see what will happen. Nobody has ever lost an election, presidential election, and won through the courts. So we don't know if Obi's will be a different thing. And then human capital development, and even promised them more that in the north, because a lot of persons in the north, are disempowered academically and otherwise. And so he promised that he was going to work on all of those things. Then physical infrastructure, some people want to give Buhari a plus on that. Railway roads, doing the express roads that link states and all of that. Then strengthening foreign policy. Do we even have any foreign policy? Of course, I know we have. What I meant by do we have a foreign policy doesn't even really matter. Ukraine is fighting now, and of course, I know Nigeria has the non-aligned movement where they don't want to be associated with any bloc, not Russia, not American bloc, and all of that. But doesn't even really matter. Now we have so many domestic matters to contend with than to be thinking of venturing into any foreign thing that would even give us more problems. Then there are strong from oil dependency. Yes, he said that it's going to move us away, into, and Tinubu have often said that a person who is always importing things, how would he even make us produce things that is an importer and all of that, and then finally food security, which is the biggest challenge. There's this food and stomach infrastructure that all these politicians always play, the card they play during elections. They share rice, they share beans, they share cups of gari and all of that because people are hungry. But if they can work on this hunger in the land, and then to a very large extent, people's decision cannot be influenced by hunger or food they would eat, or just giving them token amounts of money like 3,000, 5,000 for them to set their future. So let's see. I don't know what Tinubu's agenda or manifesto really is, because I didn't even take my time to go through it. I really hoped Obi would win, but whatever it is, I hope Tinubu does something good, because he knows that his presidency may lack some form of legitimacy, because people are actually thinking he didn't win the election. So I know he would want to prove so much, and let's see what happens. And if Obi eventually wins in the courts, let's hope that Obi also is able to carry out all these things. But I think the most important thing is that power is in the south, and which is a good thing because of the power rotation policy by most of all these big political parties in Nigeria. So let's move on to the next item. Yeah, if there's anything I have come to notice about this election, is the fact that it has become nearly one of the most divisive elections in Nigeria, where a lot of persons have almost taken the tribal or the ethnic stand to this election. And that was the first thing that happened in, I think, in 1960, 1963, during the election, where the Northerners mainly voted for not the Sudan, for Tafawa Balewa. The Easterners voted for Nnamdi Azikiwe, and the Westerners voted for Awolowo. And what happened? The North won, and but this time, why it surprised me was the fact that everybody had been tired of all the shenanigans displayed by most of all these political parties like the APC and the PDP. And so, because the faces that were presented, for as a candidate for the two major political parties, the Atiku and Tinubu, people felt that they actually came through a means that wasn't so pure. Probably they bought their way in the primaries and all of that. People were actually more tired of them. If, for instance, Oshibanjo had won the APC, people wouldn't have really been tired. Of course, people were already tired of APC, but people still would have been able to, stomach that. And then if probably Obi had won, in a clean and fair primaries for the PDP, there would have been no problem. But because they felt that these big dogs were still trying to bite their way into power, people got tired of them, and everybody, and because of course, the recent events like the End SARS movement, the uncontrolled corruption in the land, and a lot of that, people just wanted a change. And so Obi offered that change, especially on his platform, the Labour Party, that had total not been so known. But the surprising thing now became that, in spite of the fact that a lot of youths voted Peter Obi won in a very powerful way in the southern part of Nigeria. People were still surprised that some people were trying to follow the ethnic card that some of all these politicians were playing. Like some Yorubas wanted Tinubu, even though they felt that Tinubu was sick and all of that, with all his drug record and the corruption, the alpha beta and all of that is, and some Northerners also wanted Atiku, but I don't think they were so very forceful about that. And this brought a lot of divisions. And amongst my friends, I have some people whom I respect so much. One on the status, one said Yorubas voted APC, PDP, and Labour Party. Hausas voted APC, PDP, and NPP. Igbos voted LP, and LP. I said this is the ethnic thing we are talking about. Now, not trying to stigmatize, not trying to pass this narrative that the Igbos voted Obi because Obi is an Igbo person is the most nonsensical thing I've ever heard in recent time. I'm not an Igbo person. I voted Peter Obi. I campaigned for Peter Obi. People like Mr. Macaroni, people like a lot of AY, a lot of other popular celebrities, even Iyabo Ojo supported Peter Obi because they were just tired of the establishment. They just needed a breath of fresh air in Nigerian politics, and that was why Obi won, in Lagos, and Obi won in the East. So these Northerners didn't really vote for Obi because, of course, Obi was just an Igbo person, but because also they were tired of what was going on. Do you understand? And so that's why he also won in the West. But because in the East, of course, you can't expect somebody who is from their place, whom everybody believes will do better than the other two old people whom people feel are sick, to actually win or have large votes from eastern part. It's not possible. So it's not a matter of ethnicity, but people that are even peddling these things are educated people. The person on whose status I saw this is a person, that is currently a PhD researcher in the United States. I was really, really shocked, and I was trying to talk to him. He was, hearing none of that, and he continued, yet only Yorubas and Hausas are tribalistic. Go and get a refund of your school fees. I insist. I was just laughing. This is pure nonsense. This is pure nonsense, because everybody was tired. The only reason the Yorubas are even voting, a few Yorubas are voting for APC, is because, it is Tinubu that is there. So if you're talking about the tribal thing or the ethnic thing, it's the Yorubas you will accuse of that, not the Igbos, because a few of them who voted Tinubu voted him because they felt this philosophy of our Alokon, let our person go there, that since Awolowo's time, no real Yoruba person has been there. They feel that Obasanjo was just the handwork of the North, so he didn't really represent the Yorubas. After, the Yorubas didn't even really vote for him. So now I can understand that's why they want this man there. But they should not have blamed the Eastern as if they voted massively for this man, because they are tired. If you even check it out, the people who have done so much damage to this country have mainly come from the North and the West. How many people have we had from the south, and from the southeast rather? It's mainly from the north. So in the end, they have right to also say, okay, they want an Igbo presidency. And of course, this Igbo president that they want now is somebody who has some form of credibility compared to the others. So I'm saying that to me was also disheartening. And then of course, I still saw a lot of other things. Rufai couldn't deliver Kaduna. Gandilo couldn't deliver Kano. Of course, he lost to NNPC, or wherever it is there, because people were actually tired of APC. Rufai also lost in Kaduna. Of course, he would lose in Kaduna because he can't even control or take charge of the crisis between the southern Kaduna and the northern Kadunas, the killings and all of that. Tinubu couldn't deliver Lagos. Now, if what we are saying is about 900,000 for Labour Party and about 500,000 for APC, we know that's not even correct because Tinubu didn't even score up to 200,000 votes. I have people who were visiting polling units who are APC members that told me that all the polling units were going APC. Labour Party flawed APC. So we even know that him even delivering it is a statement and a testament to the fact that people didn't want Tinubu. So for the loss not to be a complete disaster, they rigged the election in people's view and in my view also, and made the results to look close and competitive. But it wasn't competitive. It was very, very, very far from it. But I couldn't deliver Katsina. Of course, do you think people in Katsina are also happy with the way things are in the country right now? Lalo couldn't deliver Plateau. Of course, what do you expect? And even lost it. That shows you that if they lost in all their strongholds, it should also make you know that if those places that people probably would not have considered strongholds, they are winning there. Probably because attention, I think the thing is, attention wasn't really in all those places, and so they felt they could rig the elections there. But of course, in Plateau, for instance, people would be like, this man, their presidential campaign, the director general, or wherever his name is from Lalong, is from Plateau. So people's eyes will be in Plateau, people's eyes will be in Lagos, people's eyes will be in Kaduna. So those places they lost. But places like Ekiti or Osun, where probably they, of course, Osun is not part of it, like Ekiti and some other states where people's eyes will not really be there. That was where they carried out their rigging machines and did whatever they wanted to do. So and now the question is this election rigged by APC? Is this the election rigged by APC? Yes, it's possible for election to have been rigged and still be the way it is. Yeah, so please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I remain your boy Ernest Adebayo Okoje. See you in our next video.